Yo, what's up everybody? Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of an update for building Quality Dose, and I just want to talk a little bit about some of the decisions that we've been going through. I'm going to go over a little bit of a sneak peek for the logo design. I have the labels still in a work in progress. I haven't seen anything from that designer yet, but the overall brand logo and the branding kit is being developed right now. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you guys what the design looks like, but I'm going to be going over the main part now, which is the pivot in the business inspired by Eric Ries's The Lean Startup book. I recently read this right before I was about to go and pay for the 600 units of production that I mentioned in my last video. And yeah, we're gonna get right into the pivot. So like I said, we were gonna be doing 600 units of the initial product, which is pretty bulky, fairly sizable lot. And half of that was gonna be 300 jars and 300 bottles. The cost for the jars were gonna be about 4.7 per unit, and the cost of the bottle was gonna be about 3.7. And because I am new to the e-commerce and physical products, I am just gonna start by simplifying this, and with the foundations of the Lean Startup, we're gonna be launching with the minimum viable product, which is an MVP as stated by the book. And this will allow us to focus more of our resources. It will allow us to reduce the risk. There's really no reason to start with 600 because we have no brand. I expect it to be a slow snowball at first. With TikTok Shop, it is gonna really vary with the predictability, but I think I am willing to take the risk of having a viral video and all the stock selling rather than over leveraging when I can express ship 300 additional units, or if we have that ball really rolling, an additional 1,000 units or so. And the shipping is measured out by the volume, so there's not really tiers to the shipping, so I can always order in 300 additional units, have it here within about 20 days if I need to. Yeah, so that decision is basically just managing the risk of the business. It's going to cost, I've already wired the $1,400 for these 300 units yesterday, so that is in production. We're just waiting on that label to get done. I still need to set up the email for the domain. It'll probably be support@qualitydose.com, and I'm doing that through Zoho Mail. So we're going to be focusing our efforts with a minimum viable product, and I'm so glad that I read that book, The Lean Startup. If you are interested in business, I really do recommend that book along with Cashvertising. Those two books have been the best business books I've read, hands down. The Lean Startup basically goes over building a minimum viable product, getting that product put into the market in front of consumers, and so you can rapidly integrate, you could rapidly adapt, shift to whatever you need to while keeping the risk very low, because at the end of the day, you can calculate decisions, but you don't know how your product's going to respond to the market. So by reducing your risks up front, testing out your product, testing out a good enough product essentially is what we're going to be going with. 300 units, $1,400 is a lot less of a risky investment than $3,000, and I can always just ship more in. So that's what we're at the business right now. The 300 units of just the bottles. And I did a little bit of research over Amazon. I did a poll on my Instagram. The poll on my Instagram was just for confirmation bias, really. The numbers just show that more people do take supplements via capsule. So that is what we're going to be focusing on. And the poll was like overwhelmingly 80% to 20% people that take it by capsule other than jar. Eventually, when we do start scaling, I'm going to add the jar product back in, but I really just want to focus all of my efforts and give this the best shot possible. It's just going to simplify things a lot, which is very valuable. Along with marketing, just having two different things to market at the same time, obviously it's possible, but just being able to laser point your focus into one product and mastering that is what I'm going to be going for. So yeah, I just wanted to make this update, and I will get into showing you the logo now. This is not the final product. This is not what you're going to be seeing, and this is what we have so far. Quality Dose, and that is a Q and a D supposed to be. Doesn't really look like it, which is what I'm going back and forth with my designer on. I thought I would just show you guys that. Pretty cool. Things are moving forward. The next step for me is picking a 3PL to fulfill this. I am looking at Amazon, FBA, MCF, which is multi-channel fulfillment through Amazon, and possibly other fulfillment centers apart from that. Yeah, I still have a lot of data to go through, and that's next. Once I do get all this figured out, I will most definitely be making a video on the best way to fulfill your product through the 3PL, because this has been one of the hardest things that I've been going through with this business, is figuring out how I'm gonna get this to the customers. The packaging costs, pick and pack fee, the cost of the materials, and they vary from each fulfillment center. So by the time I get out of this mud, y'all are gonna know how to pick a fulfillment center. I promise you that. So yeah, right now what I'm doing is trying to pick a 3PL, getting the branding and logo done so I can have it on the label, getting the email set up through Zoho Mail, and having the product sent to production so we can get all this going. And then after these few things, we're gonna be going straight into marketing, and it's gonna be pedal to the gas. And every single day we're gonna be posting videos, and I haven't really thought of all that yet. We're taking it one step at a time, but I like to try to keep the timeline in order just to see where I'm going. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. See ya.